Welcome back to the show. The mission of CASA is to give vulnerable children a voice. The organization's volunteers help change the lives of those children by seeking their best interest in court and in the community. Carrie is here this morning to tell us more and give us details about their upcoming volunteer information sessions for those looking to help. Good morning.
Good morning.
So let's go into what CASA of the Pikes Peak Region is and kind of the work that you all do.
So CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates, and what we do is recruit, train, and support community volunteers who speak up for and advocate for kiddos in the Pikes Peak region who are involved in the child welfare systems and family court system because of abuse or neglect.
So really some important things that you guys are doing here in our community.
Yes, there are about 800 kids a year just in El Paso and Teller County that are referred to CASA. So we really depend on kind-hearted people who love children to come in and help us meet the needs of all those kids.
CASA is putting on a few volunteer information sessions coming up here. What can our viewers expect if they attend one?
Yeah, we have different kinds of volunteer information sessions. We try to make it flexible and easy for people. Some of them are virtual, some of them are in person, but basically you can come learn what's involved with being a CASA volunteer, how to go about the process, like your application that you fill out, and you'll hear stories from existing CASA volunteers about the impact they've made, and you can just kind of decide if it's a good fit for you.
What specifically does a volunteer do with these children?
Yeah, so after you go through a training process, you get sworn in, you take an oath before a judge and become an officer of the court. And then you're assigned an open case from the court. And you meet with the kids, you meet with their foster parents, their biological parents, teachers, therapists, anyone who has like a good grasp on what's going on for that child. And you take the information you gather back to the court. Because judges and caseworkers from DHS, they have dozens of cases coming across their desk every day. But because a CASA volunteer only has one case at a time, they're really able to get to know that child, and they make recommendations on what would be in the best interest.
What do you think makes a good volunteer for CASA?
You don't have to have a special background. Like, I think a lot of people think, oh, I have to be a retired teacher, or I have to be a child psychologist. You really just need a heart for children. You need time. You need to, a lot of our volunteers do have full-time jobs and families, but you would need kind of a flexible schedule to put in maybe, I'd say between 3 and 5 hours a week. But yeah, just a heart for kiddos.
And then why are you guys looking for more volunteers? Is it because there is that need out there?
Yeah, there's it's over 3 million, I think, referrals of child abuse nationally every year. But
It's a scary number.
It is a scary number. But if you can take it down to a local setting, and about 16,000 of those referrals are from El Paso and Teller County every year. So about 800 kiddos need us, and right now we have about 400 volunteers providing that service. So we definitely need more people.
So if somebody's interested in becoming a volunteer, what are those next steps they can take?
Sign up for a volunteer information session. They're all at our website, which is casappr.org. Come there. If you decide it's a good fit for you, you'll fill out an application, you'll do an interview, and we'll put you in a training class.
Do you have any success stories you want to share with us this morning of kind of just how these volunteers have positively impacted these children's lives?
Yeah, I think the main thing a CASA volunteer does is they become that one consistent adult for a child. These children have gone through chaos and trauma, and the CASA volunteers come by and they stand by them, and they help them get that confidence and that resilience that they need. And studies have shown that kids with CASA volunteers are more likely to graduate high school. They are less likely to become homeless after they turn 18. They are less likely to end up incarcerated. And so I think that the CASA volunteer, just by being a role model, really changes the trajectory of their lives.
But it's also a nice option to have, because not all these kids are able to have role models or look up to people. So to be able to be there for that child and be that role model, it can really change a life.
It does. These kids, a lot of the kids, their role models have been abusive, or they've been people who yell, or people who struggle with substance abuse, or have untreated mental health issues. And so to bring in somebody who can show the child another way to become an adult is, it's life-changing.
Awesome. Well, Carrie, thank you so much for being here, sharing a little bit more about the information sessions. If you are interested, you can RSVP at any of the upcoming volunteer information sessions. Again, they're in person. There's also a couple online as well. You can do that by visiting casappr.org/volunteer. It's a great opportunity. Like she said, you don't need to be a teacher. You don't need to be a child psychologist. You just got to have a heart for kids and really want to be able to make a difference, a positive difference in their lives. Carrie, thank you so much.
Thank you, Krista.